So we've had a lot of high-grade Zaku 2s over the years. The original, high mobility type, origin. Now we got the revive. Are they even calling it the revive anymore? I really don't know. I remember it being that in the first couple kits, and I think they just gave up. But Zaku 2, this one is probably the best, and it's probably going to be the best high-grade Zaku 2 for a long time. Well, I'm not really sure this is a good idea to use this one with the background. Thankfully, I have the Shard Zaku as well. And I mean, they're the same kit, just different color. You do have a command antenna if you want to use the green one. You can do that. But they totally improved in what is really a very limited mobile suit design, especially with these hoses, like trying to get things to work with the constrictions of having these hoses everywhere. They did a really good job. Like first, it looks great. There is no problem with this thing at all. I love how it looks. I think they really did a good job of hiding the seam lines. I think these are panel lines. Yeah. Even that's actually what I was going to talk about. The way these conform to the shape, have the line here, and this line is the articulated point. They did a great job. You got the movable mono eye under there. If you have to get your finger and rip the head off, you can totally move this mono eye. You can get some good neck action. There's an inside ball joint in the torso here. You can pull it out. Same thing with the actual waist. It took them so long to figure this out. Have the waist cut below where the pipes are, or the hoses are. So you can actually get some posing going on. Now this is something I love, that this is probably the selling factor with the kit. You can use the normal plastic skirts. They're fine. They do the job. They do pop off a little easily, but you can get some decent leg range with them on there. Or you can use the included rubber skirts. Come in two pieces, the front and the back and the sides. And with those, well, you don't have a problem. You have no issue moving. Oh man, oh boy, squeak. But yeah, you got no problem. Now, my one concern is if you have this in a pose, say you're doing a char kick, you know, getting that arc 72 right in the face. Well, how long is it going to take for this rubber to conform to that shape and never come back down? You probably have to like heat it up and then put it back in that in normal position. Also, how long will it take for this rubber to degrade? Rubber does degrade. Polycaps don't. Like, at least I have kits from getting close to 30 years and the polycaps are still intact, so this is a different kind of rubber, I feel, so I'm not really sure how long that's going to last. It'll be interesting to find out in another 10 years. And hey, if you're worried about stickers, mono eye. That's it. It's the only one you got. Also, the hosing is it's a softer material. Not as soft as the skirts, but because it is, no problem with the leg bend. That you can't do that with. I don't think any Zaku 2 High Grade. I'm trying to remember. I have so many. I'm pretty sure they're all usually hard plastic. So they finally figured out you need to use a softer rubber in order to get some good poseability. I do miss the really weird ankle configuration inside the leg, where you can like really get the leg out, or sorry, the foot out. Get like an ostrich kind of mode going on. And not a, you know, I like the fact that they have the angled hands, but they never look right with the machine gun. Which, the machine gun looks great. I have no problems with that. The one thing I do have a problem with, well, you do have a cool little rack you can put all your weapons on. This is from the mass production Zaku 2. I think it came with the high, I think this was the high mobility type Zaku 2 that came with this thing. Because, well, it doesn't fit on the shield. It's supposed to go around the shield, and this shield is way too big. So it's definitely made for another Zaku. These holes don't get used anywhere here, but I think there was another Zaku 2 which you could use parts to make it into the Zaku 2 from that one battle log OVA versus the reversible Gundam. And it had funnel pods on here. That's probably reused. So I think, don't quote me on that, but I mean, you don't have to use this thing, because you can't use this thing, so you can totally just use the little clip you can mount on the side skirt, get that in there. Also, they give you holding hands that fit the axe probably the best I've ever seen. Have it on this one, on the Shard Zaku. It has a little piece you can probably barely see, right? See that little piece sticking out on the thumb? That piece seems to be pretty much perfect. You do have to take the hand apart a little bit, but that seems to get that axe right in that sweet spot. And I've never had an axe where it's so easy to do. I wish they could have given a different color here so you can light it up. Like, so it looks like it's being used, but whatever. So that's great. Love it. And of course, the bazooka. Well, this mounting point, not quite as good. It has... They decided to try and use the little part above the trigger. There's a tiny little indent. And that's supposed to, in theory, clip that on the back. It doesn't take much to come off. A good try, though. It should, if you just don't touch it or breathe on it or stare at it, it should be okay. And of course, I already mentioned the machine gun. I'm so happy. Have they done P Bandais of this kit yet? I don't really keep up to date with P Bandai kits that are just like recolors and stuff. If it's new suits, I usually try and find that out. But do they have P Bandais of these guys with other colors? You know, TriStar, Johnny Ryden, Gato. I'm not gonna get them. I just like to know.